Welcome back, my fellow nomads, to another episode of Planet Nomads. Now, we have finally completed our work of going around the entire planet, basically. And I'm back here at my previous base, the big base, the main one I'm using now to try and test out a lot of things. You can actually see some of my conveyor system going off in the distance. And I did come from the south direction, so if I went down this way to, I think it's this one, that's where my astronaut farm is at currently. And I came all the way back from here, just basically went right through that area, coming from the previous base, after I got a few things set up differently there. But the reason I stopped here is obviously because in the past, I've been having problems with stuttering and lag as I approach like certain parts of this base, conveyor parts, you know, just vehicles that are built and then have a problem interacting with the base platform in some way. And okay, it's lagging a little bit, but it's lagging just as it starts to load some of the tree elements in better quality. Like you can see, it's weird the way it does it, but it obviously makes sense to help show more in the distance. You get a very low quality load of certain things, and then as you get closer, it then reloads them with better texture quality. And yeah, you can see like right there, suddenly that tree just reloaded, or pair of trees reloaded with better texturing. So you get better quality, but you can also see that little delay when it loads in the better version of it. And okay, so it's still just, it's stuttering a bit as it's loading stuff in the distance, not actually stuttering, like lagging non-stop as it was. You actually even see my little tower outpost over there. So we're going to head this way, and hopefully it's not going to lag for me any today. So I'm here on top of my non-spinning solar panel installation. I turned it off just because of it possibly causing some lag when it's spinning up and weirdness with it. It will probably work great if you're keeping it nearby, but I turned it off for now. And so what I've got going here is this long tube section coming here, and before, when I was placing down a single piece, it would just lag the game completely up, unusable, could not move, had to save, load out of it, you know, going back to the main menu at least, and then load back in, and it would be working fine temporarily. So what I've got is now I need a way to mount this in a little bit better. And as you see right here, I've actually got this mounted here, so it's connected. It provides it structural support, so this will not fall if something else breaks. The problem is here I don't have anything support wise, so I need to at least build some kind of support structure, which is why I'm thinking I'm going to do right here, because this is where I want to start expanding. Then I can take out one of these sections as suggested by YouTube commenter Matt T to actually disable part of this, so it's not linking all the way back to the main base over there where I have all my storage, and just then build everything out here from that point, and then plug in the final piece and let it reconnect and see if that makes a difference. So we're actually going to try that, which means first, like I said, I need to actually build a support structure of some kind. And easiest thing for that is the fact I can just actually, this connects in, even though it's not piping anything in there, it acts like it's a physical locking connection. So I could just build down like this, and thanks to my I'm in range of that item dispenser, I actually have a lot of basic frames going, which is really helpful for this part. But because it's not always going to be in range, and now I'm going to be disconnecting this, which means I will have no access to my supplies in the base, I do have the air miner over there doing some production work and sitting on top of a nice little, you know, deposit, so it can hopefully provide me some sort of, at least, you know, basic frames and such for this while I am building. So alright, so I've got that, and I do want to build just to make it look nicer. And actually that's going to be a problem because I need to trunk off that direction. So probably not going to be building the side grips like I've been doing, and I like doing it this way because they actually lock in by attaching with each of those points. So it's probably going to be something I may actually have to build like a secondary loop right behind it. So what's interesting here is that I placed another piece of conveyor section, the short one, No problems. Did not lock up. So I don't know if maybe something has changed now, or it's just related to the really long sections that are causing the problem, but that worked perfectly fine. Which I'm a little worried. I want to put the item dispenser on top, but I'm a little worried that that's going to break things. So here we go. This is probably going to lock things up for, like, based on how long it took just to calculate a falling block from that other piece, I'm assuming maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, that didn't take 3 to 5 minutes. It only took about a minute to finish the calculations for that. But it is done. And so, let's see. I know I'm going to have to do a switch up here. Little switchboard so I can, you know, have my power. And we'll try doing the dispenser now. Is that the, yes, item dispenser. Nice. All right, no lag on that. And I'm going to be rearranging these anyway. All right, so I've cleared them out. The power is gone. I took the switch out. And now I get this to line up. That is one thing that's still really frustrating on these, is the long post conveyor sections are troublesome to get them to place right at times. Oh, and no lag, which I can't remember. I think it was actually, it was lagging up on this part here too. That's right, that was causing lag right there, even when I just placed down the basic framework for it. And I don't even remember. It's been so long now since I've been over here. I don't remember the distance I was using on the length. I know it was like 20 blocks away, so 20 meters roughly. But we're going to have to adjust around that here for the fact that we're going to have a whole section of conveyors coming off here. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to actually have it. Let's see, that's easily within range. I think I did 3 of those, and then it was 1 of these. That'll put me like dead center, and this, what we'll do is we're just going to adjust for this. Go there. You see how much that curve of the planet affects the building. Why can't the building just curve with it? Okay, so I moved it back and took out one of the really long sections, put the middle length section in, and that way it puts it right here at the edge of this little deposit. And I did dig around a little bit more just to see. Not really finding much. It's not like some of the deposits I found elsewhere on the planet that were like, oh look, this just covers like this whole little region here is one big deposit of cobalt or something. So probably not gonna get the best results from this little area, but hey, it's close and it's the easiest one to get to from here. So we'll at least get this one set up first. And the fact that I'm already going to be able to set up power is these can already be powered and running, even though they can't pump over to my storage at the base. Okay, so the first one's in place, and it is getting some decent resources right there. So my hope is, I was trying to see how far out I need to go. I mean, that's actually, it looks like it shouldn't be getting anything, but it actually is. I was kind of hoping maybe that might give me enough room to swap that out and put in, you know, a separate third one right there, but apparently not. It's not going to work. So we'll do just a trunk of 2 like this on each side, which is fine. And oh yeah, we need to do 1 more there, and then we're going to go here and drop in. Weirdly enough, this is now defaulting to the side. Oh yeah, that's really close. So yeah, I would have to go much further out. And I've got my power set up, so all I have to do is go bam. And let's see. Better. Carbon and iron. So plenty of that. Maybe could get a little bit more off of this side here, but not that side. And this is not exactly the biggest resource deposit anyway. Some silicon there. I'm not so worried about that. I'm going to do... Well, there's some silicon there too, it looks like. A little bit. Not much. So we'll do another trunk like this, using, you know, conserving resources a bit. Yeah, that should be enough to connect. That should be enough distance for these to connect right. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's going to work. Oh yeah. So there we go. That sits right here, nice in a line, connecting up. And what I did was I had to extend this one down a little bit further. I didn't think it would really connect that well with the lower ground level, so I just made this one match, even though it's buried in the ground, basically. And I'm getting a good distance out now, so I think I'm going to have to add another little branch over here for the water pumps to work. But I am going to do that. That way the water pumps are here. I don't have to worry about doing anything weird at the base itself. That was one consideration, was to put them at the main trunk of the base. And it's just, I don't really want to have to break up the foundation in a weird way to make it work. Okay, let's finish this off. I keep waiting for that lag to just suddenly appear. Be like, hey, you know, lag, and you're stuttering like 2 frames a second. Power, water pumps north. Well, I'm not going to need that many water pumps, so this is the north side. If I do some more that direction, it'll be fine. Alright, that is connected there. We just need to connect these. And make sure they are pumping. Yes, they are. 100% drilling. That makes total sense. It counts as drilling. So another thing I did earlier off when I was working over here was I set up these. So I didn't have to worry about constantly carrying back supplies. And so these could actually sit here and produce some supplies for me. And I had to put in some extra containers, as you can see. There's so much in the way of supplies. Let me actually make sure. I'm pretty sure the power is cut off for this now. But just to make sure, taking out all of these. Because now I'm actually in the area. It's starting to work with the way I'm approaching everything now. I'm going to make sure everything is just going this route. And I'll leave those. But yeah, tons of supplies. No storage for anything. And tons of stuff just being made over here. So I had plenty of supplies in range for building this sort of stuff. So I have plenty of plating and such as that. I'm actually running out of room on the air miner now. Alright, so the new mining rigs are working like crazy over here already. You see just how fast they're gathering up supplies. Let's check the water pumps real quick. See how they're doing. Oh yeah, this is going to work really well. And honestly, I'm a little concerned that what happens if I continue building and when I finally link everything together, it lags up again and it just becomes to the point where it's unusable because I've got too much stuff connected in. So I kind of want to go ahead and try it out just to see if it's going to work or not. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Nothing's lagging right now. I'm just going to place the basic frame. Okay, so no lag there. And, wow, okay, no lag. So, apparently just something with the amount of stuff that was already connected is starting to bog down that, or they've done an update. So that worked, which means now this should all be connected back there, working perfectly fine. And that means really all I have to do is when I'm adding more sections before next episode to the other parts, disconnect one of these like this, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. And wow, that's actually a lot faster than it was before. But before, when I disconnected it, it took about a minute for it to calculate everything. So that's a very positive change now. I don't know if just for the fact that everything's finally connected right or something maybe shifted into the right place that is now not acting weird on calculations. But I did go back to the base and dump all of the raw resources because I was full on that. I'm full almost on the actual building components. So what I'm hoping to do now with that disconnected and working fine, I can just keep dumping stuff in, and while I'm in range of the item dispensers, just keep working normally, and then when I'm out of range, I'll just lift off and fly a little bit closer and give myself a little bit more building capabilities thanks to the dispensers on this, rather than trying to carry all the supplies on my personal inventory to do everything and then find out, oh, guess what, I missed something, I miscalculated and I don't have enough for this one thing. But you see, I've just got tons of supplies going already. And some reason it keeps dumping certain resource items into the wrong container. Even if there is a spot open, it still randomly dumps into the other container for some reason. I don't know why that's happening. But I'm going to get all of these cleared out, pick all of these up, continue building. I'll have build I'm gonna have to clear that solar panel installation thing out because I don't need it now. It was a good test, but I'm gonna have to clear it out. I'm gonna build over here, get this spot going. I think there was another one I put up here. I found up that area. I'll get over here, and basically I'm just gonna get this all finished up for the resource mining, not the water. Water is gonna be sufficient off of those two, I believe. And yeah, I'm just gonna get this all built out. There is more over that way. I'm not sure if I want to try and build that far over trunk wise, but I can in the future if I want. But I will get this all done before the next episode. So next episode I can worry about doing the short jump up the hill for cobalt, aluminum, and so forth. And then the final one will be the 2-trunk path, where this was 1 trunk coming across. I'm going to have 2 going up to the south section, where I will have 1 trunk just for uranium production to go to a separate container set, and then the other one will be for titanium and gold coming off of that, going into the main container set. So that's going to be a little bit different of a build setup, but yeah, I'm going to be getting this all done, and I still have stuff I need to get out of these. Yeah, more resources to pull out of everything. So I have plenty of work to do now. Thank you, Matt T, for suggesting just breaking up the different sections. Obviously, that has worked, and obviously, I've got a way now to make it work elsewhere too once I get to those points. But that is going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.